Since nagkaroon ng pandemic, the malls were closed. So definitely, all our stores are closed. And me as a retail marketing, wala akong job. Wala akong pera. I cannot support myself. I cannot support my family. And the last thing that I would want is babalik ako sa parang estudyante ulit ako na depende ako sa magulang ko. For me, that's a nightmare.
Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Work From Home podcast. This is your host. My name is RJ Buarao. So for today's guest, let me introduce to you a social media marketer who's helping green technology businesses increase their brand visibility and qualified leads through strategic, sustainable marketing. She is the CEO of ThinkUp Digital, and she has been working in the online marketing industry for 2 years and has helped business develop their online presence through social media management, content creation, and website development. So let's all welcome the very lovely Miss Jhendell Tabliago. Ayan. Thank you so much for being here, Cap Jhendell. Let the audience know naman more about yourself and what you do.
Okay, so saan ko ba sisimulan? So I'm Jhendell and I've been in the freelancing industry for about 2 years now. I started out as parang part-time lang, trying it out until I see the potential. Tapos eventually last April 2021, I decided to let go of my corporate job and pursue this full time. And now I am a CEO of Think of Digital. So it's a startup agency. And what we're doing is we do help green technology businesses to grow their business, increase sales, brand visibility through social media marketing. That's our core offer. But we do also help them with in terms of website development, email design, and other digital marketing stuff. Yeah.
Nice. When you mentioned earlier na parang dun sa date April 2021 ba?
Yes,
April
yes.
2021. Bigla ko naalala, we have the same birthday nga pala, no? Ikaw pala yung
Right.
soulmate ko. April 24. Belated. Advance happy birthday
Advance.
pala, oo. Belated na rin para last year. Wow, tayo. Pero Cap, parang explain mo naman or kwento mo naman sa amin kung bakit bakit ka nag-start mag-work from home? Kasi alam mo yun, ang dami-dami ding
Mhm.
opportunity sa corporate world.
Yes.
Why choose work from home or freelancing?
Okay. So, when I was working sa Manila, hindi talaga, I'm really struggling to make ends meet. So, I'm a breadwinner and yung sahod ko na is super low. In fact, when I was working in Manila, ang dream ko lang was to work with a big company and hopefully earn at least 20,000 a month. Kasi that was a luxury to me before. And then pandemic happened. Yung work ko before was I'm a retail marketing associate. So it's also marketing, but completely different side of marketing kasi ako dun sa traditional part. And well, I do love my job. Since nagkaroon ng pandemic, the malls were closed. So definitely all our stores are closed. And me as a retail marketing, wala akong job. So the company decided na those positions na hindi magiging in motion during the pandemic will pause all operations. So basically, no work, no pay, indefinitely. So being the breadwinner, alam mo yun, parang there's the pressure in me. And also personally, ayoko din kasi ng idea na wala akong pera, I cannot support myself, I cannot support my family. And the last thing that I would want is, babalik ako sa parang estudyante ulit ako na depende ako sa magulang ko. That's for me, that's a nightmare. So nung nalaman ko na gano'n, na indefinite na wala akong work, I started looking for opportunities. And yun nga, I had in mind even before na meron ngang opportunities online. I didn't know it was this big,
Mhm.
pero I do have a few friends now working as an Amazon VA. So all I know is they are employed and they're earning minimum nila $3 per hour. So mga gano'n. And kino-compute ko nun, eh, and I think that's already a good amount, and it's not bad kasi, ever since I work in the corporate, lagi din akong late
Mhm.
for some reasons. And also, to be honest, hindi ko kasi never akong naging fan sa system na kailangan kong pumasok ng ganitong oras, then mag-a-out ako ng ganitong oras, minsan overtime. I know inside me na parang this is not what I want to do 10 years, 20 years from now, pagtanda ko, being an instrument for someone else's dream to come true. And I wouldn't want that. Pero during those times, wala akong way, or I don't know what should I do para makaalis ako dun sa cycle na yon. And then pandemic happened. So yun nga, actually, hindi naman ako agad-agad naging freelancer during the pandemic. Apparently, merong digital marketing agency na based din malapit dito sa town namin sa Batangas. Kasi from Manila, I went back to the province since wala ngang work. And luckily, one of my college classmates were working there. So she referred me. So I took all the hiring process hanggang sa nakapasa. But that was just around 350 pesos per day. So roughly around 7,000 pesos. But to me during that time it's like an on the ground training then on how really digital marketing works. And also, hindi ako choosy wala nga akong work, eh. Choosy pa ba ako sa amount? What matters for me during that time is to make sure na may income lang ako kahit papaano. And then I decided na after a month or two, kulang na kulang naman, pambayad pa lang ng internet, kulang na kulang
Mhm.
na yung sinasahod ko. But I decided na mangutang dun sa pinsan ko since wala din akong personal laptop na gagamitin. Nung nakapasa kasi ako, kailangan kong magkaroon ng laptop and internet so that I could work as content writer naman. And then nangutang ako sa pinsan ko ng pambili ng laptop, which is still the laptop that I'm using right now. And mabait naman siya. They are very supportive. Parang isa sila sa core system ko, eh. We were very close ever since we're young. And ang promise ko sa kanya is parang 12 months to pay. And tas during that time, sabi ko talaga sa sarili ko, maghanap ako ng client kasi hindi naman po puwedeng dito lang ako sa job na 'to nakadepende. Unang-una, financially, hindi ako kayang suportahan ng job na yon. So ayun, hanggang sa I got in just a month of consistently doing sending applications sa online jobs, nakakuha ko ng 2 clients. And then I decided to let go of that full-time agency work and do this full-time. So ayun, it's how parang dun lahat yung nag-start. And take note, silent reader ako sa free group na Thrive. Pero I'm not yet a part of Thrive back then. And lahat lang ng learning na kaya kong makuha from the free resources, I try to apply it. And in just 6 months, I guess 3 to 5 months, nabayadan ko na yung laptop and I'm earning more, almost double of my work corporate salary sa Manila. So doon ko nakita talaga yung potential niya. But it didn't stop there. I still went back sa Manila nung time na pinababalik na kami. Kasi I'm still afraid. Alam mo yun, parang
Mhm.
for me kasi, I'm not the type of person who don't take calculated risk.
Mhm.
Kasi ako as a breadwinner, I'm not playing it safe. I just want to make sure that if I'm going to take risk, I have this parang measures, plan B kumbaga, if ever that this is not going to work. Kasi what my mindset is, if this fail, hindi lang naman ako ang apektado. This will also affect my family. Kasi I'm the breadwinner. So yun, kaya it took me almost a year, more than a year actually, before I finally take the plunge and pursue this full time. So yun.
Ganda. Ang ganda nung freelancing journey mo actually, no? Congratulations pala, Kap. Kasi parang medyo yung pandemic, it brought something good in a way. Kasi parang namulat ka na, hey, meron palang ganito talaga. I can
Mhm.
earn more. Like, sobrang mas 10 times fold pa dun sa kinikita mo before.
Yes,
Tapos,
agree.
yung mga parang opportunities na sobrang baba lang, like yung na-mention mo, 7,000 plus, 'di ba? Pero if it will give you knowledge to start something for yourself, sobrang treasure din siya, 'di
Totoo,
ba?
totoo.
Saka sobrang lucky mo rin to have a cousin na
Yeah,
talagang supportive.
super blessed ako. And to be honest, parang if there literal na ako talaga yung taong parang hindi naman sa nag-eebang ako, pero alam ko na if yung kasabihan na magsimula ka sa mababa, it's
Mhm.
literally my journey. That's how I started. And it's parang I don't mind na yung speed kung gaano ako kabilis nakarating sa ganitong level, sa ganyang level. Um, well, sometimes 'no, parang you get to compare. Even nung hindi pa ako freelancer, I sometimes get to compare myself with my classmates or even those people na younger than me, and they seem to look like, parang mas fulfilled sila with what they're
Mhm.
doing. And back then, I'm not. Pero I realize now na it's not the speed and it's not the amount. It's all about being secure to yourself, knowing na you're taking action. You know where you wanted to go. And if learning has to be something na ganito lang yung amount, and then it's okay kasi you'll reap the benefits, the higher amount naman in the future if that will really work. So yeah.
Yes, amen to that. Do you mind me asking, Cap, how old are you or how young are you?
Sure. So I'm 25. I'm gonna be turning 26 na this year, this 2020.
Akala ko naman kung makapagsalita ka lang, I'm a breadwinner, parang may 5 pamilya ka naman, Kap. Grabe. So you're so young and so nasa ano ka pa? Nasa Gen Z, 'di ba?
Yes,
Generation
Gen
Z.
Z. Parang
Wow.
kami yung first gen. Pero you know
Oo.
what?
Early era.
People say na you're so young, but to be honest, most of the time I feel like I'm already 25. I feel like I'm so old na. Rather than feeling na I'm just 25. I
Mhm.
and sometimes I want to take that away from myself kasi baka naman nagiging unfair na ako sa sarili ko na
Yes, yes,
parang
yes.
I should, 'di ba? I should enjoy this age. Pero ayun, I think it's part na when you're eldest in the family, in an Asian family,
Yes.
you were forced to mature faster
Mhm.
than the others. So,
I
but
totally get you. Yes.
mm,
Mhm. Grabe. Parang sobra lang ako na-amaze na learning that you're 25 kasi when I was 25, what am I doing? What am I doing? Pero yun, sobrang salute ako sa'yo and do you have any like failures na encounter na ever sa journey mo?
a lot. I do have a lot of failures. Um, hindi ko na nga ma-keep count kung ilan ba yung hindi man lang ako na-seen or na-interview ako tapos, nung mga early days, tapos hindi naman ako na-hire or in-accept as a freelancer. And even nung I'm pursuing this full-time and I'm a member of Tribe, like I literally ate rejection for breakfast. And totoo talaga na, it's not always parang a smooth ride when it comes to freelancing and when you are doing business. In fact, early, parang last quarter of 2019 up to early first quarter ng 2021, sorry, 2022, hindi siya smooth ride for me. And being one of the Tribe X speakers was actually parang dun ko na-realize, naging eye-opener siya na, oh my God, nalagpasan ko pala yung level na yun. Kasi back then, I started losing clients ng mga ano pa lang, mga November, December ng 2021. And during that period then I got sick. That was the time na hindi talaga ako maka-work and only a few clients were yung kinaya kong i-outsource. And also, pagpasok naman ng 2022, nung ready na ako ulit to work, um, I I I really parang nag-back to basic ako, binalikan ko yung lessons ni Tribe and all of that, sinunod ko yung process, pero somehow it's not working. Um, ang dami ko naging DC, ang dami ko naging BCS. In fact, January pa lang naka-close ako ng 4 na BCS. And 'di ba parang nakaka-excite 'yun kasi when it comes to ano, parang when you're done with BCS, there's a higher chance that you could close the deal. Pero apparently, hindi nangyari 'yun sa akin. And also, parang may mga DC ako na promising or talagang sinabi na sa akin na, "We wanted to work with you." Merong isang meron pa nga isa na sabi niya, gusto niya talaga ako yung maging partner niya with that client deal. Kaso biglang ang nangyari yung proposal namin hindi pala napasa nung person of contact namin. So may naiba ng na-hire. Meron namang contract signing na kami. Nagpa-revise pa siya and I gladly gave her that. Tapos after kong i-revise, after a few days sabi niya sa'kin hindi na siya magpu-pursue. Alam mo parang you're so close to that na. So, ko-close mo na, makukuha mo ng client, pero biglang naging bato pa. And it was really frustrating and demotivating to the point na kino-contemplate ko na whether I wanted to go back na lang sa corporate. Kasi to me, it was a safer zone and parang mas madali siya. Um, to be honest, I went back to Job Street, updated my profile, and started applying just in case wala na talaga akong mahanap na client. And ayun, and but I think it was a blessing in disguise kasi there was this one client who found me because they reached out to a third party remote staffing solutions here in the Philippines. And that remote staffing solution agent found me in JobStreet. So it's a blessing in disguise that I updated my JobStreet thinking na I'm going to live freelancing. Yun pala, that's where a new freelance client will find me. And up to this day, we're still working together. And it was really good. Parang I think na-realize ko, my learning was if somehow you think na hindi siya nagwo-work, check in with yourself and you reflect, is there something na hindi mo ginagawa? May pagkukulang ka ba? But in my case, sabi ko talaga sa sarili ko, hindi ako nagkulang. I'm taking action. I'm consistently taking action. And also, um, hindi ko na parang what happened was the rejection that I got were something that I cannot control. Kasi kontrolado ko siya kung na-reject ako kasi hindi ko inayos yung proposal ko or hindi ko siya na-send on time. Pero I got rejected due to uncontrollable circumstances like hindi napasa ng person of contact yung proposal namin or hindi niya tinanggap yung proposal ko. So I really did my part. So I told myself, uh, sorry, I tend to be a religious person and I hope the listeners don't mind. Pero, and so I'm not apologizing for being a religious person, to be clear lang. So
Mhm.
yun, sabi ko, Lord might be working behind the scene. He's preparing me, make sure that I'm ready if ever na He's going to give me what I've been asking for a long time. And during that time, my goal was to earn a six-figure per month. 100K, that was my goal. And when I had that clarity and parang na-realize ko na He's really working behind the scene, parang yung pressure, yung demotivation, yung frustrations, all of that were gone. And I was able to get back on track. Regardless if I get rejected or not, I don't care. As long as I'm doing this, I'm taking action and I'm parang taking control of what I can. Tapos yun, when I onboarded that client who found me on JobStreet, nagsunod-sunod na siya. That was, I started to earn six figures consistently and even exceeded that 100K goal. And until na parang, yun, nakuha kong Tribex speaker. So parang 2022 was like a dream come true year for me. It was really, really a, a blessing for me. Daming nangyari.
Yes, and I was there to witness that, ha. Congratulations. For the listeners right now and for those who's watching na hindi alam yung BCS and
Yeah.
BC, can you
Mm.
explain more about that, please?
So BCS means breakthrough case study. So it can be offered for free or for a small amount, a small dime, like say for example $50 or $100, ikaw bahala. But in my case, what I offered was either 1 week free social media management or 2 weeks of free social media engagement. So yun. In exchange of a testimonial. But of course, I wanted to do well and maybe baka magustuhan nila. So that pag nagustuhan nila, I could close them as my regular client.
Yes. And I love the line. I love this line. I eat rejections for breakfast. Kasi this is one of the things na I realized when you're doing freelancing or when you're doing business from home.
Mm-hmm.
Kailangan talaga you're in a level na hindi ka natatakot sa rejection. And this line, God is working behind the scene. I totally agree with you. Pero there's another interesting part. What if with all the worries that you have, anxiety and all that, the negativity is seeping in? That's why na-attract niya is negative things, 'di
Yeah.
ba? Pwede rin
Yes.
gano'n. So,
Yes.
sobrang interesting nung mga ganyang subject. Pero let's not let's not dwell.
It's like
Oo. Okay. So, in your opinion ba, since ang dami mo nang napagdaanan din,
mm,
what is the most important personality trait ng someone na kailangan mag-start ng work from home? Yung talagang kailangan meron sila nito or else hindi nila mapupursue ang freelancing or work from home.
I think it's being brave. Brave enough to accept rejections, brave enough to conquer new things, learn new things, and even unlearn what you thought you already know. And it's brave enough to accept yourself for who you are today and brave enough to make yourself better. Kasi I think it all started with that bravery or courage. Because once you find that courage na all of those things seems to unfold. Like, ano ba yung dapat kong baguhin? Or ganito pala ako. And you should be brave enough to embrace yourself na ganito ka and make it one of your strength. And to me, when I started freelancing, that's the time then na I got to know more about me. And it's interesting kasi when I'm now working on something that I really love and I get to know more about myself. Na I enjoy reading pala. I enjoy goal setting pala and I tend to be more competitive pala if I get to set my goals. And also, mali pala tong mindset ko dati. And, you know, at this age, parang, and also when you're dealing with yourself, parang sometimes yung ego mo yung kalaban mo and it's really hard. So, kailangan talaga matapang ka to break all those chains and embrace whatever beneficial to you na meron ka ngayon. Yun. I
True.
think that's it.
Sobrang agree 100%, lalo na yung sa self-awareness.
Mm,
Kasi if you really know yourself, talagang masosolusyonan mo yung mga bagay na nagkukulang ka. For example, ako, alam kong tamad ako. So, so I hire people.
yes,
That easy, right?
yes,
Kasi if you know something about yourself na, okay, kailangan kong mag-work on this specific aspect of my personality, 'di ba? Then you
right,
can somehow find a solution for it. And yun yung talagang I think one of the things na kailangan talaga meron ang
yes.
kahit sino, hindi lang yung mag-start ng work from
Freelancing,
home, yes,
actually,
ng
applicable.
freelancing.
Tama.
Yes, sobra. Doon naman sa sa mga applications na mga ginagamit mo sa
Mm,
iyong business, ano yung
mhm.
maisasuggest mo sa ating mga listeners and watchers?
Okay. So for project management, what I'm using is Trello right now kasi paano ba? It's very the interface is very basic and yun din yung parang madaling i-navigate for ng team ko. So that's what I'm using. And also Google Google My Business or no, not sorry. Yung Google Suite, yun.
Yes.
Yun, like Google Docs, Excel, yung Google Drive. So that's what I use for storage and simple things like for ano naman, for SMM, in terms of content creation, I do use Canva. And I don't think na merong social media manager na hindi gumagamit ng Canva ngayon. I'm for sure they are all using it. And when it comes to editing videos, that wasn't I'm completely honest here, hindi yun yung expertise ko. But I tend to use whatever tool that works for me. It can be directly sa platform na or sa Canva. And yeah, I'm trying to learn CapCut din. So, ayun, yun yung mga tools na ni-recommend ko. But when it comes to lead generation, so I'm currently using Luna. So it was recommended by Coach Shoden. So I'm also trying it out. Just early phase pa lang ako. So I have no input so far, but it's good. So yun, I hope wala akong nakalimutan. Scheduler. For scheduler, I use Publer. Yeah, for
What's that?
context. Publer.
Publer.
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
nice, nice. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for that. If you're going to start work from home or freelancing again,
Mm.
what are the steps na you're going to take to move forward?
I think what I would do is I would find a community
Mhm.
to work that teaches that. Kasi when I was starting out, I'm not a believer of, courses. Medyo mataas pa medyo mayabang pa pala ako nun. I realized, ang yabang ko pala nun. Feeling ko kaya kong matutunan ng ako lang. Pero the time that it will save, parang the amount of time that I will save if I do have a community who will help me learn that, who are offering courses and save me time from searching, and qualifying kung legit ba or or credible ba yung mga sinasabi ng mga nababasa ko. I think I would go to find that community and learn again and learn from them. And I think what I would also do is it's all about research talaga eh. So, but in this world na parang ang dami ng information. So yeah, I'm just going to find that community and maybe ask those people inside this community what they can advise me so that I can learn faster. Ayan.
Alam mo, natutuwa ako nung sinabi mo na parang you don't believe in coaches before.
Yes.
Kasi 'di ba parang as a breadwinner and as the eldest of the family, parang ikaw lagi yung pinagtatanungan ng lahat and to
Mm.
depend on someone, parang mahirap siya, 'di ba?
Yes.
Ang
Yes,
hirap
yes.
niyang i-apply sa
Totoo.
sarili.
And then yung,
Paano? Paano ka nag-open up?
paano ba? I think it all started out when I get to parang na-expose ko yung sarili ko dun sa free group and then I started to read a lot of posts na ganito yung ina-earn ni ganyan. And then every Monday, they do have an session, ini-interview nila yung mga naging successful sa freelancing.
Oh,
And that's when I knew na hindi ko alam kung paano nila yung nagagawa. And I'm sure what the current knowledge that I have won't help me get there as well. But I want to get there. So that's where I humble myself na. And doon din nag-sink in sa akin na yung kasabihan na lagi ko naririnig ever since I'm a child na never stop learning daw. Na even when you're working, you should never stop learning. And during that time, hindi ko siya naiintindihan. But now that I'm at this age, doon ko siya naiintindihan na parang when you tell yourself or when you accept na hindi lahat ng bagay alam mo, that's where the hunger for learning comes. And eventually, parang it will become part of your habit na hindi ka na mapapakali if you don't seek any new ways to learn new things.
it's true. Sabi ko na nga ba, Kap, mag-soulmate talaga tayo. Pareho talaga eh. So, pagka halimbawa bibigyan ka ng chance to
Mhm,
work in the office again with a good salary.
mhm,
Siguro sabihin nating same yung nakukuha.
Ah,
Would you go back to the office?
no, not.
Mhm.
Because yung ano pa lang parang me thinking and ito minsan pasulpot-sulpot, hindi naman nawawala kasi yung parang doubt mo sa sarili or limiting beliefs mo. Minsan talaga kahit gaano ka ano na, kahit gaano ka na kayaman, for sure these people, even the successful ones, still have those thoughts. Pero paunti-unti na lang and ako 'pag naisip ko yun, I'm trying to picture out the life of me working in an office on a daily basis. And that would mean if, let's say, kunwari 8:30 yung pasok ko, I have to be awake na at around 6:30 a.m. to prepare so that I could have 1 hour to prepare and 1 hour for travel time. And yun pa lang, umpisa pa lang ng araw, hindi ko na kaya.
Mm-mm.
Yan talaga to be honest, nung nagwo-work nga ako sa corporate, I was like 20 years old sa first job ko. Hindi ko alam, nag-alarm yung phone ko. Nakahiga lang ako. Ta's iniisip ko, sarili ko, ganito lang ba yung gagawin ko sa buhay ko? And I don't want na bumalik sa ganong era na lost ako, depressed, and all of those, parang emotions. Ayoko na siyang ma-feel ulit. And to be honest, I have this one recent, yung client na na-close ko before. The initial offer nga nila sa akin was, to work for them as an employee. Pero ano, nung una sa inalok nila akong office, sabi ko, "No." And then they told me work from home na lang, and I still said no, kasi I still want to parang I really wanted to pursue this freelancing, and also parang yung gusto ko na kasi yung setup na hawak ko yung oras ko, na somehow I feel like kung ano yung nama-manage ko siya the way I wanted. Kung gusto kong mag-break ng ganitong araw, sige, kailangan ko lang isipin kung paano ko hindi ako magkaka-backlogs, yung mga gano'n na parang this is yung comfort, ito yung lifestyle na gusto ko, and ayoko na siyang baguhin. I don't really see myself coming back to corporate. Not that it's wrong. I have a lot of friends na talagang they are thriving, napo-promote. But to me, it just didn't work that way.
Mm.
And freelancing, that's what worked for me, and that's what I love na. So yun, hindi na talaga.
Yes, I think the reason why they want to thrive in the office for some of the people who's working in the office, I think lang this is my point of view.
Aha.
Kasi they haven't experienced the
Mm.
freedom you get when you're doing freelancing or doing business from home. Iba eh. Iba talaga. Parang once you go black, you'll never go back. Parang gano'n yung feeling.
Oo.
'Di ba?
Agree.
Oo, sobrang sobrang fulfilling in a way kasi you're doing things for others at the same time
Yes.
you're fulfilling your dreams. Yung
Yun
stairs
pala.
unti-unti, 'di ba?
True, true. Bonus, actually, oo nga, tama ka dun. Na-realize ko, nung nag-uumpisa pa lang akong mag-freelancing, there was someone who said na mas maganda na if you're going to pursue freelancing, you'll also parang choose to serve or maybe find a market na parang may value na nabibigay talaga, or may nahe-help kang tao. And that's true. Parang yung fulfillment that you are doing something, not just earning money. Kasi totoo, at first, it will be about money.
Mhm.
But along the way, when you are earning enough na and you started to see the real value of what you're doing, money becomes a bonus na lang.
Yes. So true.
It will be about serving,
Mhm.
giving.
Yeah, it depends on the motivation kasi. Sa
Yeah.
umpisa talaga money eh. Yeah,
Yes.
in-explain to guys ni Coach Mark Allen. So paki-check na lang nung podcast na yun. Link below. Wow! Ano?
Sige nga.
Okay, okay. So, do you have any recommendations who I can interview here sa podcast? Kasi sasabihin ko, hi, hello, Cap Jhendell recommended you to be...
Ito, hindi kami ano, paano ba? This person, hindi kami close or connected in a way,
Mhm,
but paano ba? Parang fan ako So, lagi ko siyang talagang I'm a follower of her post and si Coach Suzy,
Suzy.
Suzy ng nakalimutan ko, sorry Coach Suzy, nakalimutan ko yung pangalan ng
Sa
tribe
tribe
niya.
ba?
But yes, she's a
Yeah,
template.
SAS expert.
So,
Ay,
online business, OBM.
oh, okay.
Yung nasa
Sorry, iba
Spain.
yata yung na
Yung nasa
okay,
Spain.
okay,
Okay,
okay.
so yun. Parang, isasend ko sa'yo yung profile niya later. Para wala lang, I just want to know kung paano siya nag-start ng freelancing. You know? Kasi siguro hindi ko na naabutan yung phase na nag-share siya ng story niya. Naabutan ko na yung parang she's already Coach Suzy. Parang gano'n. Yun, gusto ko lang malaman kung paano yung, yeah, how did she started? And parang kasi siya, she's a very fun person.
Mm.
And ano, parang wala lang, very interesting lang for me. So I'd like to know more about her. And there's another one pa, si ano, Coach Bea Vergara.
Oh, yes, yes, yes. I
Hmm.
listened to all of her podcasts actually. Ginagamit ko siya yung pang-meditate before.
Mm,
Kaya lang sabi ko, ha, hanggang dito lang, hindi pa ba susundan to?
may podcast
Demanding.
ka?
Yes, pero konti lang eh. Parang yun yung pinakaunang podcast na Tagalog na pinakinggan ko. Sabi ko, uy,
Ah,
okay pala ha. Okay pala siya. And then nagsimula na pati yung sa Million Dollar Podcast,
ah,
binibinge listen ko na.
oo.
Tapos sabi ko, oh, okay pala yung mga Tagalog na podcast din. Talagang sabi ko, nice, nice. Kaya ano, sige, mag-reach out tayo sa kanila. Kasi nakita ko rin yung kay Coach Suzy ba yun, na about yung post niya about visa, freelancer
Yes,
visa
about,
ata.
oo, oo.
Sabi ko, uy, interesting to ah. Ang galing kasi yung parang cost of living daw sa Spain is not that high.
Yeah, kaya daw ng 6 digits. So,
Oh, nice, nice. Okay, sige. Let's reach out to them. So, do you have anything that you would like to promote here?
wala naman. Chill lang ako. But you can follow me guys on Instagram at Social Magic by Jhendell. And also if you want to connect with me with Facebook or LinkedIn, it's still the same, Jhendell Tabliago. So
Okay. How about if clients are looking for social media marketer, marketer, right?
yes,
Okay.
yeah. Sure. They can also send me a DM on any of those platforms. So I'm heavily parang kan ba? I'm very active on all those
Mm,
social pages naman.
okay, okay. Thank you, thank you. So, do you have any piece of advice for the work from home nation? Mostly yung mga nasa loob, mga newbies talaga sila and
Mm-mm.
they really want to do, parang mas gusto nga nila doing business from home eh. Nakikita ko
Yeah.
yung mga ano ngayon, parang may nag-post asking what a mom could actually do in their house, parang in their
Mm.
home, parang ganun. Sabi ko, oh, okay. So, nakita ko yung mga comments, ang dami talaga, ang dami palang pagpipilian din, like online casino, tapos meron pa nagsabi, pwede ka mag-tailor business, 'di ba? Parang sabi ko, oo nga naman, oo, pwede kang manahe, and then you can sell that online. 'Di ba? Ang daming ang dami palang possibility talaga. Hindi lang talaga freelancing. Parang ganun.
That's nice. I think if there's one thing that I wanted to advise them is if they wanted to pursue, building a business in the comfort of their own home, I think it's the same thing that I said earlier, that they must be brave enough to and be open to learn, unlearn, and relearn things. Yeah, it's keep on learning. And when it comes naman kapag medyo siguro yung emotions nyo, it's getting, out of hand. And sometimes, and I'm also guilty of it, we tend to entertain all those emotions na parang nagda-doubt na or we wanted to stop. It's look at go back to your biggest why, and it doesn't have to be grand. Your biggest why can be just about you need to pay these bills. Hindi kailangan super grand agad ng why nyo. It's something that you have to, that will convince you to do this because if not, hindi mag-work. So yun, I think siguro kasi ang dami ko naisa-isip ngayon. Super sorry, overthinker ako and ang daming information, na gusto kong sabihin or gusto kong sabihin na quotable quotes. But
Mhm.
it's one, it's be brave. Number two is be open to learning. And number three, I guess, is your season will come as well. So your winning season will come. You just have to wait. We all are in a different journey, different timelines. So, ayun, yun lang.
Nice, I love that.
Ang
Paano
hirap
kung
pala nung
yung
last
success ko
question.
pala nasa multiverse? Ang labo. Pero ayun, thank you so much for being game and for answering all the
Yeah,
questions. Merong, after all these ha, meron akong random question na
sure.
tinatanong ko na iba-iba, syempre random nga, for
The
every guest. So, for you, ito, what is the hardest thing to give up?
hardest thing to give up. I think it's my time. It's really my time. Parang my time for my loved ones, my time for myself, the time that I get to enjoy life. It's just so precious and living this life is just so precious na hindi ko kayang mawala yung time na yon or sayangin yung time na yon. So that's it.
Thank you. I love that answer. Thank you so much. And any anything that you want to say before we end the show?
Thank you for having me here. Like, this is my
Thank you.
first podcast episode. So medyo kinakabahan ako.
First podcast episode mo ba to? Parang kung saan-saan kita nakikita, Kap.
Hindi
Live pa nga eh. Tapos kinakabahan ka pa. Eh, mga live
oo.
yung pinupuntahan mo. Ano ka?
Kinakabahan pa din ako. Ngayon, and thank you for and parang I just love kasi whenever people like you tend to ask, not that I want to always tell about myself pero kasi yung mga gantong usapan kasi I also tend to look back on where I
Mhm.
came from, and it humbles me to learn na na kaya ko pala yon, or and also parang yung feeling na I get to inspire a lot of people through this,
Yes.
because I know how hard it is when you're starting out, when you're trying to get out there in, you know, trying to see kung ano yung gusto mo, or when, especially when you're lost or when you got a lot of rejections na in your life. Parang, and I think it's just a small way of me trying to give back through my story. And thank you. I'm always grateful na may mga opportunities na ganito. And thank you for giving me your time as well, for sharing your time with me. Kasi wala lang, naiiyak na. Wala.
Thank you. Alam mo, ako yung dapat
I'm,
magpasalamat kasi umuo ka dito. And you mentioned nga na parang you were able to look back, 'di ba? Dun sa past
mm,
mo. Pero after like 5 or 10 years, when you get to watch this video again and nandun ka na, dun sa talagang pinapangarap mo, makikita mo na, okay, ito pala yung mga pinagdaanan ko. So you have a documentary of it. Meron kang record, 'di ba?
yeah, thank you. And also, this video, ano din, parang whenever I tend to, doubt myself, I can just go back here and watch it.
Yes.
Parang ganun. Thank
Nice.
you so much. Yun lang. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you
Nung
so much, Cap
nung
Jendel.
nung
At
pa
naka-orange
parang I'm
ka.
lost for words na.
Ayan, guys, don't forget to follow Cap Zendel. She's one of the captains inside the tribe. And naka-orange siya. So, kudos kasi brand color ko yan for Work From Home podcast. Thank you so much. And
Thank you
alam ko
din.
na lahat ng nanonood, lahat ng nakikinig ngayon, they learned a lot from you. And I know they're
Okay.
inspired. And sana yung inspiration na yan parang ipagpatuloy nyo lang kung ano yung gusto nyong gawin, kung gusto nyo mag-business, kung gusto nyo mag-freelance, kung gusto nyo ipagpatuloy yung pagtatrabaho nyo sa office, then go. Just keep the
Yes.
fire burning. Okay,
Agree.
Work From Home Nation? Thank you so much, Cap. Thank you to all those listening and watching right now. And like what I always say, be kind, be humble, but you can always be a badass. Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank
Bye.
you.